is a real human or whether Kevin Hoffman is a construct that Tom Madeira is manipulating from behind the bucket account at AMB.
Yeah, I think Kevin Hoffman is fake.
I met somebody who claims to have gone to high school with him. There is a Kevin Hoffman in Montclair, New Jersey.
Well, Kevin Hoffman, I'm sure, is like there's plenty of Kevin Hoffman that exist.
Right.
Fictitious character that is, making comments directed at you. I think that is an alien. I think that
Right, right.
is a joke.
Well, I think there's multiple people have the password to that account.
I agree. Yeah.
Uh, um, but there's um, Addie Clore.
Yeah, definitely. So,
He owns another message board. He's claiming to be making money off of my name and images and refusing. This has been the basis of the conflict straight along. It's like, look, I'm an artist. I'm online to earn money. I'm not going to entertain you people for nothing. Especially if it's if it's all going to be about being your Duncan clown, you need to pay me for the time and the media. And that's been the conflict straight along. It's like why should we buy the milk when we can have the cow for free?
well, that's civil, and that's
I
not.
understand that, but again, there's boundaries of the First Amendment that are being crossed. There are boundaries of the copyright laws that are being crossed. Harassment. There is evidence of. I mean, for me as a system administrator, there's evidence of hacking on my machine. The harassment is a federal crime. Conspiracy is a federal crime. Yes, sir.
We talk about this again and again and again and again.
It comes down to me filing a civil complaint with a RICO motion attached is what it comes down to. Is what you're saying to me is that yeah, there are, but it's not at a level that I feel confident in making any arrest. I'm not seeing anything I can arrest anybody for. But you definitely have civil complaint there, and what it comes down to is that I have to go to a judge and say, look, this is what's going on. The police admit that there's criminal activity, but it's not at a level that they can see anything that they can make an arrest on. And can you order a RICO investigation? That's what the position you're putting me in. At least that's how I feel about it right now.
Okay, well, let me clarify a little bit of that. I'm struggling to establish any criminal violation right now. That's just me being honest with you.
Okay.
And the issue is, and it's very difficult for me to determine who is harassing who or whether it's just me arguing, going back and forth.
Oh, come on! Look at the threads in there. I mean, look at what they're saying about me. These are not. This is not arguments. This is people. Go
Listen.
ahead.
If you keep cutting me off, I'm not going to explain it.
Go ahead.
Okay, so the reason it's difficult for me to understand is because you have on occasion corresponded back and forth and exchanged insults with these people as well, rather than avoiding them. So it's hard to prove any type of harassment if you're taking part in the conversation. That's part of why I've asked you to stay off the boards and stop communicating.
And I've been off those boards since you told me to.
Good, and I appreciate that because that helps me get a better look at what's going on. So I don't have an issue continuing to look, and if I
It is what.
listen,
Go ahead.
I establish probable cause and am able to make an arrest, and that's something that we decide we want to do, then I have no issue doing that. But right now, I'm not at a point where I can even initiate any criminal violation. Now, as far as civil goes, I'm not a civil attorney. I don't operate in civil law, but the burden of proof for civil is much less, and a lot of the things you're talking about are civil in nature. So a civil, suit may be a better course of action, but I can't give you legal advice. So I would say you got to get with an attorney.
The problem there's problems with civil suit that are insurmountable. One in particular is that you have to file against each individual in their home venue.
Yeah. And I believe in that. I'm just not familiar with that.
Yeah, no, it's mad. I've been getting harassed for 19 years like this.
So
And I've heard the same story over and over and over again from everybody from the Chicago police, Austin Sheriff, Travis sheriffs, you guys, the FBI. Yeah, the civil, blah blah blah, the criminal, not so easy, not so clear. Yes. Um, I reckon I told you this when we talked about it before, is that the only reason I have even been engaging them is that I've been standing alone against this organized cyberbullying, not only for myself, but on behalf of all sorts of other artists and educators online getting harassed by professional trolls. There is clearly somebody paying these people to do this. You should, we were there at La Cochina, you were there with me, and they claimed to have been there and they produced a receipt. Somebody was paid to go and have a meal in that place just as part of the troll on me.
how do you know that somebody was paid for that? Because to me,
Where did they get the receipt from if the guy was never there?
well, no, I'm not saying that somebody was never there. There's all sorts of ways you get a receipt. The big thing is trying to get a receipt. That doesn't mean that they were there necessarily. That doesn't mean anything.
Somebody was there on his behalf. He wasn't there. We were there at the time he said he arrived.
Okay. Well, that's really inconsequential in my mind. That doesn't mean that somebody's being paid to do this. What I have seen is that there are a lot of strange people out there that have nothing to do but sit in long spaces
Yeah, right.
on the internet.
I understand that, but you also need to recognize that there are government personnel out there with multiple persona that are doing this stuff. There are people who are being paid by corporate interests to do this stuff. And they're exploiting those goofy bastards in mom's basement to do it for them.
Well, now we're getting into some conspiracy theory stuff here.
I've had 20 years of looking at it. I've been looking at it since 1999, man.
Yeah. That's my concern is that I'm concerned for you. And that's my concern is that it's gotten to a point where, it's consumed.
Oh, hell no. Go look at my page, man. I said, hell no. Go look at my page. I don't hardly ever talk about it in public. I got other things. I'm peddling my art. I'm pushing news and entertainment media from my circles. I'm doing my best to ignore it all and stay positive. I don't even think about these bastards unless I'm on the site or somebody like you is on the phone with me.
Okay, well, good.
No,
If I was concerned that it was to a point where you were, decompensating or something extensive, then we would have been down a different route. But that's why I'm talking to you, and I feel like I can be straight up with you and telling you that that's my concern.
Well, that's your job, man. That's the unit you're on, and I'm local color.
Yeah, so I'm completely good with continuing the open dialogue with you and continuing to look at whatever I can. The big thing is going to be for me to just chip away at this and get the people identified. And if there's something at some point I can go forward with, that's
This not somewhere in my reports. If you'll find a phone number for this yawning Sneasel person in Michigan. That's the one in Michigan that claims to be a transgender female, but I think that's bullshit and it's really a male, a cis male. Oh, kind of an activist woman, kind of crazy lady. Yeah, that was just one of the crazy old hippie activists who had done a job for me to put a slideshow to a piece of music, and it didn't come out the way I wanted it to, and she flipped out on me. And there was a couple of exchanges of nasty messages, and on those YouTube videos. And she ultimately committed suicide.
She committed suicide?
Yeah, not because of me. I mean, just because she was nuts and had all sorts of other issues.
And where does she live at?
She doesn't. She was on.
Where did she live?
She was on the West Coast somewhere, I think in Northern California.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. That's the one where she made all those YouTube videos, like addressed to you.
There were two of them. If you look at her channel, there was a whole mess of them. She was just always ranting and raving about something.
All right.
Yeah, that, and I mean, you look at my videos. I mean, I did one video where somebody had dosed me, and I turned the camera on, and I was tripping my brains out. I was huh?
I missed it. You turned the camera on because of what?
Somebody had dosed me with some really potent, clean LSD, and I was tripping my brains out in front of it. And then another time, somebody dosed me with some crappy LSD, and I was doing videos in front of that too.
When was that? Recently?
Oh no, unless these are both over a year ago.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, these are my video diaries. Sometimes it's totally off the wall. So what? Yes, I'm nuts. I admit to being nuts. I freely admit to being nuts, and I make good money for being nuts.
Fair enough.
So like and here's this Purdue character who's been like a rabid chihuahua on my ankle for years because I was squabbling with Lainey Fradella online, and he saw it, and he didn't like what I was saying about what had happened in the Rainbow family since 1999 because he was a part of it. And he's just been dogging me, lying about me. He's the one, they at the Ranter, I was Zooming one night, and they got me to like tell one of my stories heavily embellished. It was the almost got laid by a minor story. And it's Purdue who has been spreading it all over, from the Ranter to the AMB to Kiwi Farms to Facebook.
How do you know he's the one that's pregnant?
Ask him. it's the paper trail's there too. He's the one that brought it from the Ranter to AMB. He's the one that brought it from AMB to the Kiwi Farms.
Well, that's
And I've got the Rainbow family people in my face about it in the Rainbow groups on Facebook. I'm a self-admitted child molester. This is one of those weird scenes inside the gold mine. This girl had been living with adults since she was 9 years old. She'd moved it. Yeah, it's like most people are like, oh, I'm like, okay, well, you were a little old for that, but hey, I'm developmentally arrested anyway because of the GED. There's a 16-year-old inside the 62-year-old body. It's kind of hard to keep her under control sometimes, man.
Well, at this point, I'm relatively confident that Gary Purdue is kind of out of the picture. So,
well, in what way? And they're threatening violence if I show up at a Rainbow gathering. I'm gonna need a restraining order on that clown and about 4 others if I go to Oregon this summer.
yeah, well, I would definitely recommend you avoid any situations where things are threatening violence. But again, I haven't seen anything that would constitute a threat charge under Arizona state law.
Right, they're careful about that.
Yeah, and the other difficult part is establishing the context. There's so much more conversation. So I think you're doing a lot of great things. I would remind your context that as much as you can, stay on it.
Oh, I haven't commented since you laid down the law. I have not made a comment to them at all.
I appreciate it. As far as the issues go, that email, I mean, there's really no reason to continue to respond back and forth with them. It looks like this marquee guy is playing a game to try to elicit information from you.
Yeah, right. That's what I called him on that, and now he's telling me I'm harassing him. So it's like, man, they're in my email. You contacted me. So just stop responding. Okay, there are
Dr.
two.
Weston,
There are two that you'll get it from.
Dr. Weston, and then there's Steve Tommy 0013.
That's mine also. Anything else isn't.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, there's another one, Tommy who 70X at Yahoo that I don't hardly use that I may see something in.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'll go back. I'll go look in the archives for because there's been quite a few people over the years that have sent me shit.
Well, I'm not gonna go digging up, volunteer and any of that old stuff because we deal with different stuff with statute limitations, things like that. So
Well,
there's so much for me to establish going backwards that it's kind of almost impossible.
well, when I've talked to the FBI about the Hoffman gang, it's the story's too fantastic to be real, all the way down to they've got you on their payroll. But what's more realistic and what the FBI's agents' ears perked up about was the cash baiting and credit card phishing. And that seems to be what this Grand Marquis character was after, was those guys. This AMB and Ranter are both spin-offs from a board called 419eater.com. And there's a number of boards. There's the guy who calls himself Soil, the Indian Chandra Sechadas, works for the Kerala Communications Ministry or something and hacks from government computers.
I'm sure there's some real shady characters.
Well, there's millions. I've seen a spreadsheet of what they call magoos. They're marks, and they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars off these people every month. If the spreadsheet was real.
Yeah, maybe some of this may not be real. So are you thinking this Grand Marquis guy is like an FBI agent?
No, I think he's more like competition. There's a lot of money to be made on the internet from goofs. People are real gullible. And they're constantly, they're outing each other all the time, doxing each other. And, I don't even go down into the 4chan or any of that stuff too often unless somebody sends me a link. But that's some place that law enforcement really needs to spend some time because there's a lot of criminal planning that goes on right out in the open.
Well, there is. It would be naive to assume that law enforcement is not aware of and maintaining a presence of these areas.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, obviously, there's certain things in my investigation that I can't necessarily discuss, and I mean, as with any investigation. So, but there's definitely criminal activity going on the web throughout the world, and I wouldn't be surprised if some of those same parties aren't.
Well, it gets us back full circle to one of the things that is rampant on the web, which is organized cyberbullying, and there is no enforcement of it because it ends up at the bottom of the priority list, and there's just not enough manpower to address it.
Well, bullying is not a crime in itself, at least in Arizona. I don't know about federal law and stuff, but bullying is
Harassment is.
Harassment is in Arizona state law. Harassment is a misdemeanor.
There's a federal felony harassment that can apply to these characters.
Yeah, and again, I can't do anything whatsoever with federal stuff, so I don't even know. There may be.
There is just federal harassment, and it'll come right out to you. I may be wrong. I don't know. And this is where Lieutenant Scott and I were at. Is like the FBI won't listen to me, but the FBI is going to listen to the local police.
Not necessarily.
You got a better chance than I do.
well, but maybe, but I have to have something in
Right,
order to
right.
take it to the FBI, and I don't. As I look at this, I don't have anything substantial enough to take to the FBI, nor do I know to go to the to take it to or anything like that.
Right, right. I mean, it's clearly I need to go to the court and say, hey, look, this is where we're at. There's not enough clear criminal behavior for the local police to do anything. There's only one of the perpetrators is even in your jurisdiction.
Yes, and not in the jurisdiction of our court either. So,
Right. He's just in the state is all.
yeah,
You know, everybody else is out of state, and some of the worst ones are overseas.
yeah, yeah, I agree. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that's kind of where we stand right
Yeah.
now. I wanted to touch base with you.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Well, no, that's good because it gives me clearer path. I definitely I need to start composing the complaint for the court because there's the only way. It's too expensive to sue these people individually. I have to sue the law enforcement under 1983 and get the court, you know, for not prosecuting the crime. And get the court to insist that the crime be investigated. It's the only avenue I see for myself at this point.
Well, whatever legal course of action you decide to take is your choice. I don't even pretend to understand that stuff.
Well, I don't either. But this is the understanding that I'm getting in all these years of discussing it with lawyers and law enforcement people. Is I'm stuck. Is that until something happens that's obvious inside the jurisdiction of the investigators that can investigate, I just have to eat it.
Well, I'm investigating at this point, so
I appreciate it.
And it looks like, I mean, every case that I have seen and I have reviewed has been investigated. So,
oh, do you have the number? So because I'm gonna need your notes for the complaint. I'm sure.
well, my case is still open, so it's not going to be disclosed at this point.
Well, how do I get hold of your notes?
If I close my case, it's public record. But
Well, there's a report that you're working off of, isn't there? That is public record.
yeah, it's not even submitted yet, so it's not public record yet.
Oh.
So there's certain things that I don't want to disclose right now because if they end up out there, then the people that I'm looking at know the things I'm looking at.
Okay, gotcha.
You know what I mean? But
I understand.
To talk to you and explain to you, where I'm at. But at this point, I don't have anything.
So there's no public record at all. This is strictly between us and your notes. Yes.
Well, no, there's lots of public record. There's a whole bunch of case reports, but I don't have all
Would you be kind enough to just compile a list of the reports so I can go and sit down in the record section and do some studying?
Yeah, you don't actually need a list of case report numbers. You can ask them for any reports associated with your name.
Okay, I'll do that.
And then that'll get you everything that I've ever submitted and anybody's ever submitted. I have ongoing supplements because this has been an ongoing case.
Right.
So I submit them as I,
Gotcha.
But,
okay. Okay.
Does that make sense?
We're cool.
I want to make
No, I really, man. These last few weeks, it's a big burden not dealing with those assholes.
Good.
Seriously, I mean, it's like I can focus on me, on getting my stones out there, on my music, on my politics, on me, without having a bunch of idiots in my face. People at Facebook don't get any chance to get stupid. Get stupid with me, you're asked to edit the remark, and if you argue about it, you're gone. Simple as that. Just that. A lot of times they'll just no warning in the groups too. It's like, nope, that one's gone. Boom. Don't even say anything.
Well, good. I'm glad that things go better.
Oh, it's like I said, it's always been, I've never had an easy life. I never have. And I've always had to entertain myself, and I've always had to solve my own problems. And I refuse to let anything keep me unhappy too long.
Good.
And just a hot tip between you and me, and the psychiatrist, it doesn't really exist. If you see me angry, that's not to worry about. When you see me too happy, getting giddy, that's when I get myself in trouble. I've got control of the rage. That's how I vent it. It's just getting like raging. I mean, at 62 years, a lot of people try to get me to kill them, and I haven't.
Well, I'm glad things are going better.
Oh, thanks, man. I've taken up enough of your time, and vice versa. So I'll let you go.
Okay, great. If I come up with anything else, I'll check in with you. Otherwise, you got my phone number, right?
Right now, I'll go and oh no, I cleaned up and it disappeared. Let me put it.
Oh,
So,
honey, you want to write down my phone number again?
yeah, I'm at my desk. I wasn't at my desk when I wrote it down. Now I write it down on something on my desk that'll stay here.
All right, you ready?
No, I'm looking for my notepad. What the hell did I do with my? Oh, here it is. It's under something. Now I am. Go ahead.
520-837-7810.
Yeah, I wrote it on an envelope in the living room. It's just I cleaned up yesterday and I forgot what I did with the envelope. Okie doke. Thanks for calling. I'll go and round up the emails from people trying to send me information. The recent ones. I won't go digging back for years and years and years. I'll just this past year since it's been kiwi farmers. That's an ugly scene that really needs to be addressed because there are people killing themselves over that place.
Yeah, that's scary. Well, stay off of it.
Alrighty.
Okay, if I come up with anything, I'll let you know.
Cool. Happy day, man.
Thanks.
Bye bye. Well, that was Matt Golden. Let's take a look at another maggot board. As long as we're running, and it's under a half hour. Okay, that's stupid. Well, it's just stupid shit. That's stupid people. Just stupid people. Nope. We're out of here. Okie dokie. Anyway, hello, what's going on here? What's this? I can't get up because I don't have any pants on, and I need to pee. Well, I don't know. It just seems to be frozen. We're gonna try and turn it off. There we go. Better point this at the roof. Okay, I guess I didn't turn it off. I tried to go pee. You couldn't see me go pee. Good thing, because I don't got no pants on. So anyway, there you have it. And this has been going on for almost 20 years. January 19th, 1999, it started. It's like I was saying, like Golden was saying, there's a lot of idiots with no life on the web that are harassing people for the fun of it. They like to piss people off, especially people like me who get very colorful when they're angry. And on top of that, you have government agents who are, you know, the military, and you know, that's no theory, Mr. Golden. This is published, documented fact. So they're out there with multiple persona management software, creating trolls just specifically to harass people, co-opt, interdict, or assassinate anybody who doesn't agree with the party line. So that's where I'm at. You know, I'm stuck. I need to sue law enforcement for refusing to investigate thoroughly and prosecute. You know, I've been begging them to look at inside my computer for years, and they refuse. And meanwhile, I got to clean out the hackers myself. So on that happy note, happy day. Thanks for watching. Bye.